What did I ask?
You mentioned Vinny for a brief moment.
Yeah, the thing is, like, once he sees the work the mayor has to do, he's not going to want to do it. And once he sees the work that he's even going to have to do is fucking Nino's lackey, I don't think he's going to want to do it either. So,
I don't necessarily disagree, but I'm maybe this is just a me thing. Sometimes my fuel is literally the motivation of other people trying to fuck me over if I think they are, right? So I'm willing to do things like become a businessman
yeah.
and own half the city simply based on that fuel. And that's something I would have never wasted my energy on doing before. You know, I would have put my energy into having a mayor simply based on that fuel, etc., etc. You know what I mean? Motivation can be very, very, very powerful. I mean, look what we did. We created a whole toll business. We bought a fucking building, you know, shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you mean.
So that's my only fear there. So, and it would not shock me.
I think it's a valid one, to be honest. Like, you know, sometimes you say a lot of paranoid shit, but this one I think is pretty valid.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a paranoid guy, and you know, I'm trying to have you know, obviously, maybe made some mistakes here and there in regard to how Chang has perceived me, but I try to have a positive relationship. But I realized, you know, since fighting that is just not possible.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm trying to say to Nino, right? It's like, you do what you want with your people, and they are not involved with us. And if we need them to be gone, they're gone. No questions asked.
No, I like that you said that. As long as, I mean, do we believe that though? I love Nino. He's my brother, but he's also a very calculated and intelligent man.
Okay. I didn't have a reason to doubt it, but now I do. What are our other options? Do we?
I mean, I don't
fight
necessarily
Nino?
say doubt it, but just kind of keep that in the back of your mind. You know what I mean? Nino, you know, he's like us. You know, he's not one that he's the guy that does the thinking and the planning. He's not the one that is involved in somebody's thinking and planning. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get you. But at the same time, yeah, I don't think he's willing to. I don't think he's going to go to this length to fuck us in any way, shape, or form, right?
Oh, I don't think so at all either. I'm more just so saying that.
I think he just believes that having that person in his corner gives him extra.
Yeah, but something that a lot of people don't really know is that Changing is unpredictable. That is why they are so dangerous.
Gotcha.
They are very unpredictable. You think you know, I mean, that's why they're dangerous, essentially, in my opinion. It would make them, you know, a very dangerous group to kind of go against.
But what damage can Vinny do?
AKA they shoot
Nino
randomly.
is blocking everything he does in concerns to anything we have. Unless he puts him in the deputy mayorship and then Vinny turns around and kills Nino.
Well, it's not even that. For me, it's more passing information. If we have a plan that involves the mayor, I just don't want people catching wind of that, maybe using it to their advantage, right?
Yep. No, I get you.
That's more like my fear. You know, information is power, you know what I mean? So.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's the question, and is like, can we trust Nino to do what needs to be done when we say it, or is he going to bring it to his cabinet?
I think we can.
Okay, I'm just gonna drop a little bomb here because I'm eating, so I won't be able to talk that much. But I have food in my pockets, if you guys were wondering. Side note.
You could have just role played better and say you got it from the bar, dumbass.
No. Have you ever? You've never heard the bologna in pocket?
I don't even know what the fuck you just
pocket
said.
ravioli, pocket bologna.
No.
You're talking fucking bologna right now, mate.
I'm not talking bologna. You're being sausage. Listen. My only concern with Nino Chavez is that sometimes, I may be wrong here, and please call me out if I am, he has like 5% of Miles Randall in him.
Yeah, he has what, sorry?
5% of Miles Randall? It's like 95% Nino Chavez, but 5% Miles Randall.
What the fuck does that mean, Leslie?
I don't know what that means.
It means that sometimes he thinks that maybe he is smarter than what he is in some capacities, and I fear that that could make him do things that might not be so smart.
Okay, but does that affect us?
Well, it would if he thinks for some reason, let's say we ask him to do something, but he thinks he can do that smarter. That is my concern. Like, he is too intelligent to just do, if that makes sense. I don't know.
No, yeah, I get that. I mean, I think the thing is, I think Nino just vastly he has a blind side to a lot of people around him sometimes, which can be dangerous.
Yeah, you're right. Right.
Like once you like gain Nino's respect, he puts that to such a high degree that it almost blindsides him. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
No, but that's what I'm saying. We're saying the same thing. We're literally saying the same thing. Anyways, I'm gonna sit down over here. I'll be right back.
Isn't that the same as Denzel though? We knew that there was a chance he was going to go around and shoot someone. We just didn't expect.
Oh,
him to
I
shoot
mean,
our own people.
I love Denzel, but we can never compare Nino and Denzel. I'm willing to admit that was a massive mistake on my part, thinking Denzel in the mayor race was a good idea.
I mean, but think of it from the perspective of Denzel being mayor. He didn't really.
Sorry.
Well, I'm gonna tell you straight up, Denzel was only there for mayor, so me and him and the organization that I run, we had some pretty big plans, things I was working on for a while. I just couldn't really talk about really to anybody. And then you know how it goes, though, right? You know, people just leave the city and they don't want to deal with shit anymore, so it kind of derailed the whole thing. And I just have and then on top of that, I just started dealing with a lot of shit outside the city that I haven't really had time to plan things out. So I kind of just been autopilot for the past couple of weeks.
But when we all signed up to push Denzel, we knew that there was a chance he was going to do what he did.
Yeah.
And I think it's the same with Nino, right? We know there's going to be a chance with almost anyone, to be honest.
No, I agree. That's why I think, like I said, in reality, Nino is the best choice, period. But those are just my concerns, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm with you.
I'm not having this conversation and let's go find somebody else. No way. I mean, he's our best chance at winning, especially even his idea on the gamble of I get what he's doing. He's keeping his potential enemies close, and even at the same time removing them as an opposition in the race, and then securing the win guaranteed almost with probably barely any work done, to be honest, if he pulls it off. So I get it.
Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah. All right. Good.
And let's
just hope he can fucking convince Abdul.
Yeah, that's gonna be the biggest thing is convincing Abdul, but